Welcome to Finding God in the Times of COVID. Today's March the 1st, and I have to give a shout out on March 1st, and the Crows will support me in this, to saying happy birthday to my grandmother-in-law, is that really a thing? Anna Wickland, who turns 101 today. So God's blessing upon you on this long journey of life. So we've been talking some recently here during the season of Lent about this notion of the true self and the false self. Some of these teachings are from Martin Smith's A Season of the Spirit. And the sense of the true self is, it's this reality that's already at the deepest place within us. And so the work of the spiritual journey in many ways is uncovering, being in touch with, having our eyes opened by the Spirit to the true self that we are. Smith says that in the Christian tradition, the church has tended to go in a couple of directions, like Christ in heaven issuing edicts to be obeyed was one piece. Another piece is this understanding of Christ on earth, sort of walking alongside us as a teacher and who gives us lessons, and these are the things that we emulate as we seek to follow. Both of which are these biblical and time-honored truths. But he's saying that there's also this other piece of the Christian life that oftentimes Christian communities, if they haven't outright denied it, at least they've relegated it to the domain of the mystics. And that's this sense, which we've talked about, that Christ dwells within each one of us, that there is at a central place a union, our soul and Christ's. I have been crucified with Christ, and it is no longer I who live, but it is Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. No longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. At that essential place, that central place. There's a quote from Thomas Merton, which helps us during this season of Lent to recognize that we already possess what we might be looking for in the spiritual journey. In prayer, we discover what we already have through the indwelling of the Spirit of God and our incorporation through baptism into Christ. You start where you are and deepen what you already have, and you realize that you are already there. We already have everything, but we don't know it, and we don't experience it. All we need is to experience what we already possess. The indwelling of Christ gifted to us in the Christian tradition, we'd say in our baptism, where there's this union. And so I'll offer meditation. On this passage from 2 Corinthians. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And all of us with unveiled faces, seeing the glory of the Lord as though reflected in a mirror, are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another. For this comes from the Lord, the Spirit. So we might imagine, just for these moments, that the Spirit is among us. Might be in the sound of a bird, the movement of a breeze, the breath before our face. And where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Not that we seek to be free, but we already are free. And all of us, with unveiled faces, seeing the glory of the Lord as though reflected in a mirror, we are not seeking to be transformed, but we are being transformed into the same image of Christ within us. You start where you are. You deepen what you already have. And you realize you're already there. Such is the experience of meditation, prayer, and God. Blessings on your day.